Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what important messages does your higher self want to convey to you. So for the first group, I have this stone that is a mix of light blue and then it gets darker towards the end. Then for the second group, I have this dark blue marble. And for the third group, this matte dark blue stone. So feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, so for those of you who chose this mix of light blue and dark blue stone, let's find out what important messages does your higher self want to give to you at this moment. Spirit, what does group 1's higher self want to say to them? What does group 1's higher self want to say to them? Power. What does group 1's higher self want to say to them? Delight. What does group 1's higher self want to say to them? Spirit. And miracles. So I'm getting two messages over here. The first one is that some of you are giving away too much of your power to someone else at the cost of your own happiness, and that is something that your higher self is politely asking you not to do. Maybe right now you're in the mindset wherein you think that someone else is better equipped to make decisions on your behalf, which is why you tend to give away too much of your power. But you shouldn't do that. Miracles will follow if you follow your heart. And that is the bigger message for you over here. And for the rest of you, I feel like there is some inhibition within you to fully step into your power because you're very afraid of how people might react, or what if you come across too strongly, or what if people start finding you intimidating, or what if they start seeing you in a bad light. But that won't happen. And the reason why it won't happen is because your heart is in the right place, as I can see over here with Delight. So just because you're putting across a point too strongly does not take away from the fact that you are making the valid points. So you shouldn't be afraid to speak your mind, and you shouldn't be afraid of following your heart above all else. Especially if this power entity that I'm picking up over here, if it is some, let's say, some parent of yours who's trying to be very controlling, or a partner of yours who's trying to be very controlling, or some superior of yours who's taking you for granted, it is time that you put your foot down. If it isn't making you happy, speak up. Don't keep it all in. And like I said, there might be a lot of inhibitions within you surrounding this whole, claiming your power, stepping into your power thing. But miracles over here is confirming, and something that your higher self already knows, that as long as you don't shy away from blossoming into your true self, as long as you do things that make you happy instead of always making sacrifices or always simply doing what makes other people happy, you will find that you are attracting a lot of abundance, a lot of big and small miracles in your life. So this is good. Feels like your higher self is really trying to knock some sense of empowerment in you. Let's see what else do they have to say to you. So what does group 1's higher self want to say to them? What does group 1's higher self want to say to them? Throat chakra. What does group 1's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? Material and spiritual prosperity. What does group 1's higher self want to say to them? And transformation. Yes, so don't be afraid to change your image. Change starts with you. If you feel like you've had enough of something, then it is time to speak up. Don't keep all of those emotions bottled up within yourself. As I can see over here with throat chakra, it's not like you don't have anything to say. In fact, it feels like you have a lot to say that you keep to yourself because you're so afraid of how it might totally ruin sort of this image that people have of you at the moment. At the moment, people might see you as some very, carefree, bubbly, always happy, always chirpy person who's just, you can say, like a borderline people pleaser, blends very well with everyone. But there is a fierce side to you, and you cannot keep it locked away for too long, especially when you know that this whole being people-friendly thing isn't getting you where it is that you want to. Now, I'm not saying that overnight you have to start hating people, obviously not. What I am trying to say, what your higher self actually is trying to convey to you, is that it is okay for you to sometimes object to things. It is okay for you to disagree with people. It is okay for you to say no to things or people that do not feel right to you. And it is okay to break your image as well. Don't be too concerned about what kind of a shock might people get when they see you taking a firm stance, or how might people react if they see you raising your voice. That's their problem. What someone thinks of you is always their problem. It's not your problem. Like I said, as long as you're being true to your heart and being true to yourself and you are making valid points, it's okay to feel that power and channel it as well. All right, let's see what else. Also, with material and spiritual prosperity, transformation, and throat chakra, there's one more message that I just got for you, group 1. For some of you, obviously, there is someone present in your midst, can be a friend, colleague, partner, who is taking more from you than what they're giving you. And I'm not talking about, superficial things like gifts and all. I mean time, I mean effort, I mean consideration. It seems like a one-way street, honestly. And throat chakra over here confirms that you know this and you've been wanting to address this for quite some time, but you're very afraid of the repercussions that it might have on your friendship or relationship or whatever this thing is, which is why even though you are beginning to find this person's behavior towards you problematic, you're not saying anything. But your higher self wants you to speak up. Your higher self wants you to let that person know that how they're treating you or how they've been behaving with you of late is not okay. Your higher self wants you to take a stand. Wow. So like I said, your higher self wants you to take a stand for yourself. All right, let's see what else do they have to say to you. Spirit, what does group 1's higher self want to say to them? What does group 1's higher self want to say to them? Go the distance. What does group 1's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? Peace. What does group 1's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? One card, please. What does group 1's higher self want to say to them? Come to the edge. So we have go the distance and we have come to the edge. And the interesting part is that both of these messages are centering, caving in on this bigger message over here of peace. So basically your higher self is saying that if you don't let your thoughts out, if you keep them to yourself, if you don't take that risk of expressing your authentic self, you will not be able to find peace. And this is mental peace that I'm talking about. Perhaps there is a lot of restlessness which you guys have been feeling of late, but maybe you don't know why that is. Maybe you don't know why you're feeling so iffy of late. Why are you feeling so restless? Why aren't you able to concentrate on anything? The reason is, firstly, like I said, major throat chakra blockages, of course. Plus, sometimes for your own good, you have to come out of your comfort zone. And poor behavior towards you, unjust behavior towards you should not be your comfort zone. No matter what, no matter who the person in question is, you have every right to speak up if something is going wrong. And somewhere with come to the edge, Spirit is saying that we are there, your higher self is saying that there are beings to protect you. There is this lovely spiritual safety net that awaits you. Nothing will go wrong. You're just too afraid to try because you are fearing the worst. You are fearing how the dynamics of your connection might change, or you're fearing about how differently might people start perceiving you, or what if it backfires. It won't. In fact, with this finish line over here, I feel like it'll only help you. And it won't just help you now to deal with the problem at hand, it'll also help you in the long run. Once you break that inhibition, once you come out of your comfort zone, as soon as you start feeling that empowerment within you, within yourselves, it'll surely help you for the rest of your life too. You will learn where to draw boundaries. You will learn where to put your foot down. You will learn to speak up. You will learn how not to tolerate bullshit. So everything will happen in your favor, and it'll all happen for your highest good. So right now, the only thing that you need to do is firstly work on your throat chakra blockages. You can use tons of meditative music that you can find on YouTube for this purpose, and without worrying about what people might think or how, whatever alterations might happen in your connection dynamics, just say whatever it is that's bothering you. And it doesn't even have to be things that are bothering you, honestly. Let's say there's some big fat conference that's going on at your workplace. Everyone's being asked to put forth their ideas. You have lovely ideas, but you are afraid that people might mock your ideas, or they might not understand what it is that you're trying to say, or someone else might steal your limelight. So you just keep all of those lovely ideas to yourself. Whatever it is, just blur it out, say it out. As long as you're saying the right thing, as long as you know what you're talking about, it is safe for you to open up. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. You guys might be seeing a lot of repeating threes of late. What is group 1's highest self on them to spirit? What is group 1's highest self on them? 6 of Wands. What is group 1's highest self? What is spirit? What is group 1's highest self? What is it then? The Emperor. What is group 1's highest self? What is it then? Spirit? What is group 1's highest self? What is it then? And Justice. Wow, I love this combination. So firstly, with 6 of Wands over here, your higher self wants you to know that do not be afraid of the repercussions of taking a stand for yourself, because it will all be in your favor. 6 of Wands, as a lot of you might know, is a card of success. It is a card of victory. In fact, the thing that I was talking about, like how this little exercise today will help you in the longer run also, has also been confirmed by your higher self over here with the card of the Emperor. This is your chance to take that leap of faith and change your whole personality to cater to something that's beyond your imagination at the moment. This is who you're meant to be. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for anything less. Don't settle for unruly behavior. Don't settle for injustice. Set the record straight by all means. With Justice over here, your higher self is confirming that, hey, look, group 1, even you know that whatever it is that you have bottled up inside of you isn't wrong. Nothing about it is wrong. In fact, there is a bigger chance that you're the one who's being wronged. So it is okay to speak up for yourself. In fact, if you want to take a stand for someone else, you can totally do that too. Just do not be afraid, because you will be successful in this little endeavor of yours. And it can feel like an adventure, because this might be the first time that you're saying no. This might be the first time that you're raising your voice. This might be the first time that you're setting boundaries, putting your foot down. But it is okay. This transformation is much needed. You have to understand that not everyone in this world is as nice as you, and not everyone understands the things the same way as you do. And when they don't, you have to make them understand. And I don't mean this like in a threatening way, like you have to understand what I'm trying to say. In a nice way, of course. So as long as you're not being rude, as long as, like I said, and I can keep saying this sentence again and again, and it still will not continue to be not true, because Justice over here confirms for me the thing that I'd been saying all along, that whatever it is that you're dying to say, you're dying to say this, it's just that you're not, is right. In fact, 6 of Wands over here, and you look at this beautiful imagery, you are being supported not just by your higher self, but also by your ancestors, your spirit guides, spirit animals. Like I said, that spiritual safety net is there for you. So the Emperor, yes, it is okay for you to step into your power. Do what you have to do to balance the scales. Do not tolerate people's bullshit. Do not tolerate any sort of unjust behavior towards you, no matter who the person at the other end is. if it's your partner, if it is a parent, if it is a superior, if it is a colleague, if it is some lifelong friend of yours, no matter who the person is, if it doesn't feel right with you, it probably isn't, and you have to speak up. You must speak up. You might be having Aries, Leo, Sagittarius or Libra in your chart. Alright, group 1. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. I hope this reading gave you some clarity. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also drop your suggestions for topics in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and more topics. You can also message me there or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 2, so for those of you who chose the blue marble, let's find out what important messages does your higher self have for you at the moment. Spirit, what does group 2's higher self want to say to them? What does group 2's higher self want to say to them? New beginnings. What does group 2's higher self want to say to them? Illumination. What does group 2's higher self want to say to them? And security. Okay, so it looks like there's something new that you are either on the cusp of starting or really want to start. It can be anything. Maybe after 4 or 5 years of being in the workforce, you now want to go back to school, you want to take an additional degree or certificate or whatever it is. Maybe you're looking to change your career altogether. It's also possible that someone has resurfaced from your past and you're in two minds about whether or not you should give them a second chance. This does not necessarily have to be something romantic. It can be totally platonic, like some friend of yours that you'd lost touch with for some argument or something. Basically, in some area of your life, and this is a general reading, so of course it'll differ from person to person, but there's something that has either just begun or is about to begin soon, or something that you want to begin. But looks like with illumination and security, the path ahead isn't very clear to you. So you're in two minds about whether you should even go for this thing or not. But with security over here, consider this as a very huge green signal from your higher self side. Whatever this thing is, go for it. As you start, it's like you take one step and then you'll see the other two steps getting illuminated in front of you. So then you take those two steps and then again. So kind of like that. Right now, yes, you might feel like, oh, I really don't know how to go about it. Just take that first step. You put one foot on that first stepping stone, the rest of the bridge will magically appear in front of you. Okay, and with illumination over here, do not listen to all of that outside clutter. Just keep following what your higher self, what your intuition, what your inner guidance is asking you to do. Somewhere with security in your heart of hearts, you already know that whatever this thing is, it is safe, it is good, it is okay for you. Nothing will go wrong this time around, or nothing will go wrong if this is something that you're starting for the first time. It's just that you don't know all of the exact details, which is why you might be freaking out a little bit, but your higher self is over here to calm you down, and they're just telling you that just start, just begin, just start. We'll take care of everything else. You and I together, and when I say you and I mean you and your higher self, we'll take care of everything else. And there are no risks in this, just rewards. I'm hearing that very strongly. Nothing is going to go wrong. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, how can I, quit my job, and how can I change my career field, and what if it backfires? It won't. Also, with illumination over here, your higher self wants you to trust your choices a lot more than you already do. I feel like there are a lot of you in group 2 who are always second guessing themselves, always questioning their own decisions, always asking themselves if they've made the right choice or not. Well, this time around, whatever this thing is, like I said, you have made the right choice. So now it is time to stick to it. Don't just dream. You also have to do, that is how you materialize that thing. So it is time to start. It is time to start taking action towards whatever this dream, whatever this goal, or whatever this new thing in your life is. And like I said, like your higher self said, actually, you don't have to know everything right away. You don't have to know all of the, twists and turns and whether to turn left or to turn right. Right now, just start. Okay, let's see what other messages do they have for you. Spirit, what is group 2's higher self want to say to them? What is group 2's higher self want to say to them? Crown chakra. What does group 2's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? Memories of love. Interesting. What does group 2's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? And authority. Lovely. So when I saw memories of love, the first message that I heard was, you are not doing this for the first time. Ooh. So this is interesting. Like, basically what I mean is that in this lifetime, whatever this new thing is, obviously you're doing it for the first time, so a little bit of hesitation is totally understandable. But with memories of love, your higher self wants you to know that this isn't the first time that your soul is doing this thing, okay? They already have expertise. Authority over here with memories of love reminds me of this lovely message in some oracle. I don't exactly remember which one it is, but basically it says, you're a born entrepreneur, okay? Something like that. And obviously, not all of you are starting your own business, although some of you might be. But the broader message over here is that your soul isn't doing this new thing for the first time. Whether it is, choosing that particular career field, or quitting job to do something else, or giving a second chance to a friend, or whatever else that connection might be. This isn't the first time that your soul is doing this. So your soul knows how to go about it. There's a reason why your soul decided to take this decision again in this lifetime. So don't worry. In fact, with crown chakra over here, your crown chakra probably might be having some blockages, group 2, which is why perhaps sometimes you have difficulties trusting your own instincts, trusting your own decision-making abilities, but you don't have to do that. In fact, what is required of you at the moment with authority over here is to be as confident in yourself as you can be. Obviously, you don't have to be overconfident, and you don't have to go and brag about your choices, and you don't have to let ego get the better of you. And I don't think you guys like that, honestly. That's not the energy that I'm picking up from this pile. But your higher self basically just wants you to be a lot more confident and start whatever this thing is, having this knowledge now that this isn't the first time that your soul is doing something like this. So they will know how to maneuver their way around this situation very, very effortlessly. And like I said, with illumination over here, in any case, everything will be made clear to you. The path ahead will always be made clear to you. Okay, lovely. Let's see, what else do we have? And with memories of love over here, definitely for some of you, this can be a past person that has resurfaced in the hopes of wanting a second chance with you. And the presence of the Emperor over here tells me that this time around, definitely there has been a switch up in this person's integrity, whether this is romantic or platonic. Oh, okay. So I have just been given one more message. This is very specific. For some of you, if someone from your past comes back around, whatever this choice regarding the whole new beginning thing is, that choice has to be yours and yours alone. So only give a second chance to this person if you want to, not because they're trying to spin this web of nostalgia around you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Spirit, what does group 2's higher self want to say to them? What does group 2's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? Loyal heart. What does group 2's higher self want to say to them? Oh, lovely. Unfinished symphony and happy. Okay. The first message that I'm getting over here with Loyal Heart and Unfinished Symphony is that for a lot of you, the person that's coming back around in your life hoping for a second chance with Loyal Heart and the energy of integrity that I picked up on earlier definitely has switched up. And obviously unfinished symphony over here is telling me that that connection isn't over, which is why no matter how long it's been, weeks, months or years, this person has now come back into your life because you guys belong with each other. And again, it does not just have to be romantic. It can just be like a lifelong friend. And perhaps there was some misunderstanding in the past, but now it's all sorted out. I am saying all of this because I am seeing all of this, but I will also put that little disclaimer that I had minutes ago, that this decision of inviting them back into your life has to be yours and yours alone. So for that, with illumination over here, listen to your higher self, your inner guidance, your intuition and your instinct, and not what the people around you have to say. And the second message, the more interesting message actually that I'm getting over here with unfinished symphony and happy, is that when your higher self actually said that whatever this thing isn't happening with your soul for the first time, it's because probably in a past life, whatever this mission or whatever this chapter or journey was. I'm sorry, I totally lost track of what it is that I was saying when I paused, thanks to the background music courtesy our furry friends. Okay, anyway. Oh my God. With memories of love and unfinished business and new beginning, whatever this thing is, I'm just going to tune these guys out honestly now. Just please focus on my voice. The reason why you are feeling inclined to switch your career or go get that degree or what, like I said, whatever this thing is, has happened with your soul in the past, and your soul already knows its way around that thing. However, unfinished symphony and happy tells me that they couldn't probably get to fulfill it. And the example that came to my mind was, let's say that your soul in a past life wanted to be a florist, okay, and they knew everything how to go about it. They had an extensive knowledge about flowers. They had a lot of expertise in botany. They had the whole plan in place about where it is that they want to set up their shop, the name for the shop, where will they be procuring their flowers from and everything. But then something happened and they could never set up their flower shop. Maybe there was a war, or maybe they fell short of money, or maybe they had to change their location, or maybe there was a lot of sudden burden of responsibilities. Something happened, which is why although your soul had that action plan ready, it couldn't be executed. So that was unfinished. That was your soul's unfinished business from the past, which they are now very determined to fulfill in this life, because they know that that is what's going to make them very, very happy. If they can just finally get that chance to complete that thing that they've been carrying with them from that particular past life, which was very close to their heart, which they knew would give them a lot of happiness. So obviously not everyone over here in this group today wants to be a florist. Just an example that whatever this thing is that you are feeling so called towards and wanting to take a chance towards that thing, which is probably very new, please understand that it is all happening for a reason, and the reason is that your soul had wanted to finish this thing in a past life too, but couldn't get the chance to do that, so they want to do it now in this lifetime. Very interesting. And happy over here also tells me that once you actually start working on this thing and the path ahead starts getting clear, and as you progress basically in this venture, you will find a lot of emotional satisfaction in this thing. Spirit, what does group 2's higher self want them to know? Ace of Pentacles. What does group 2's higher self want them to know? Look at this. Ace of Wands. What does group 2's higher self want them to know, Spirit? We have an extra card for you. Four of Swords and the High Priestess. This is interesting. Four of Swords over here with the High Priestess is confirming to me what I had just said to you guys, that you can consider this thing to be kind of like your soul's mission, and there was a temporary pause that had been going on, and now they want to get out of that funk. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, double up that green signal, just go for it. There are beings who are supporting you, there are entities who are supporting you. Your higher self is present with you at all times to guide you, to show you the next step. With Ace of Pentacles over here, do not be afraid about losing out on money if you leave your job to follow this thing, or if you, switch your career field, because there will be money in this thing also. You will be financially prosperous in this thing also. Additionally, with Ace of Wands, whatever it is that you choose now is what's going to bring you a lot more satisfaction. That drive, which of late you might have felt is missing within you, that spark is going to get ignited again as soon as you start following your soul's guidance and your higher self's guidance about this whole thing. If it is about a person coming back into your life and you decide based on your intuition that yes, things have healed enough, things are better enough, and it's safe for me to give this person a second chance, and you decide to do that, you will be happy with this decision of yours. Because this time around, things will genuinely be different. But like I said, only do it if you feel like doing it. You might be having Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Aries, Leo, Sag, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart. Alright, group 2. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know it on the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also drop your suggestions for videos in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me there or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 3, so for those of you who chose this matte blue stone, let's find out what important message would your higher self like to convey to you today. Spirit, what does group 3's higher self want to say to them? What does group 3's higher self want to say to them? What does group 3's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? So we have trust, community. I think I called you guys group 2, maybe, I don't know. What does group 3's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? Trust, community, and inner peace. All right, so group 3, it is quite possible that you guys of late are having some trust issues, or perhaps you've always had some trust issues, especially with people who are very close to you. Your friends, family members, your partner. You're having some difficulty. You're trying maybe too hard to read between the lines. You're always trying to over-analyze everything. You're always trying to find out the hidden intention, or what's their agenda, why are they saying this, or why are they doing this. And because of all of this, you're basically ruining your own mental peace. Because so far, I'm not seeing any problematic energy as such. Now, it can be because of some things that you've been through, either yourself. It is also possible with the presence of community over here that you have seen things happen to people around you, or heard horror stories, because of why you're very afraid that similar things might happen to you, which is why you're always, on the edge, on your toes. But your higher self wants you to know that that is not required. Because this is a very beautiful energy with community and inner peace over here. What you need to work upon is your own fears. What you need to work upon are your trust issues. Because if you don't, there is a risk that you might ruin your connections with these people, whether they're your friends, whether they're your parents, siblings, romantic partners, colleagues, whoever. You are not just rattling your own feathers, but after a point in time, it might become very obvious to the other person that you're doubting every little thing. Sometimes you might not be saying it, but your face or your body language or your eyes give it away, We don't realize all of these things we do very subconsciously. So you might be saying something to them like, yeah, I get that. But then, you're twitching your shoulders, you're looking here and there. So they know that you're not fully convinced, and they wouldn't understand why aren't you convinced, because they'll feel like I've done everything from my side to make group 3 understand what's the hold up. So this is something that your higher self wants you to take a little bit seriously, and only because they're worried about you. With inner peace, looks like you guys genuinely have been freaking yourselves out over every big and small thing of late, and your higher self obviously is very concerned about you, which is why perhaps you were drawn today to this group, so that they can reassure you that everything is okay. Don't let your illusions or your fears get the better of you and ruin meaningful connections for you and ruin your peace as well. Okay, let's see what else. Spirit, what is group 3's higher self going to say to them? What is group 3's higher self going to say to them? Rest and rejuvenation. What is group 3's higher self want to say to them? Positive movement forward. What does group 3's higher self want to say to them? And fertility. So your higher self is actually calling you out a little bit, in the sense that you might have felt like you have worked upon your trust issues. You might have felt like you have completely worked upon whatever this past thing was, past heartbreak, past betrayal, and you might have felt like, now I'm ready to jump back into the dating game. I'm ready, but you're not ready. With rest and rejuvenation over here, your higher self says that, look, group 3, you need more time. You feel like you have fully healed, but you haven't. And healing isn't a fixed process. It's always, it keeps going on. But you obviously need more of it. And only then will you actually be ready to, actively start dating again, or actively start getting into committed relationships again, or friendships, or whatever it might be, depending upon person to person. Your higher self wants you to take some time out. It can be difficult. There are a lot of people who break up with someone and then immediately they get into a connection with someone else because they don't like being by themselves. They don't like that loneliness. But in your case, group 3, with rest and rejuvenation over here, your higher self is in fact recommending that you take some time off, that you take some time off to spend just by yourself, so that you can have that inner dialogue with yourself, wherein you can assess the things that need work, the things that need healing, especially, like I said, all of these trust issues. 4 of Swords comes after the 3 of Swords. So, there definitely is a wound over here that is simmering and which you feel like you have completely healed, but it obviously hasn't. So it needs your attention. You cannot continue to overlook it. This is important in order for this to happen, positive movement forward. If you genuinely want to get out of whatever that bad memory or situation or experience was, if you truly want to move on, if you want to get going in your life, and if you want to reach that Zen state, it is very important that right now you do not ignore the work that you ideally should be putting into healing all of these things. And if each time you are talking to someone new, it just gets triggered, it basically is a sign that you're not ready to be with someone new right now. You're not ready for those new experiences right now. So it is okay to take out, let's say, 3-4 weeks or months, just being by yourself, only interacting with a limited number of people. And when you genuinely feel like it does not affect me as much as it used to, that will be your clue, that will be your sign that now I am a lot more ready than I was earlier. Sometimes it can also be difficult to accept to yourself that you're still hurting, but you have to be honest with yourself. Okay, let's see what else. What is group 3's higher self want them to know, Spirit? What is group 3's higher self want them to know? The Fates. What does group 3's higher self want them to know, Spirit? Why? What does group 3's higher self want them to know, Spirit? Look at this. Clean it up. There definitely is baggage that you need to work on, group 3. I don't think with why over here that a vast majority of you have received any closure. You still go back to those memories, you still go back to whatever happened, trying to reason why that happened, why did it happen with you, why did it happen in the manner in which it happened. because the book is still open. You're still flipping through the pages of that chapter. You haven't really finished that book. You haven't really closed that chapter. And while that chapter is open, while that book is still open, you are going around interacting with different people. But it doesn't work out because all of these wounds keep getting triggered up because you haven't worked upon them fully. You haven't healed from them. The fates over here tells me with clean it up, and especially the Empress, better days are yet to come, okay? You are destined to meet better people. You are destined to be with someone who's a better fit for you. You're destined to make friends with people who are more on your level. But in order to invite those people or invite those souls into your life, you first need to close this chapter. And this will not happen if you... And by the way, clean it up does not mean sweep it under the rug. No, that's not how it works. You actually have to properly declutter everything. Address those wounds. Feel that pain. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. Whatever difficult questions you have to ask. If the person in question is not giving you closure, just fine. Don't even bother with them anymore then. Give yourself the closure that you need. Sometimes that, I mean, this is a harsh reality, but sometimes people will not give you closure. They will not answer your questions, but you can't keep sitting around and waiting for that to happen. You have to give yourself closure. And that is the only way in which you'll be able to move on and invite new, better people, meaningful connections in your life. Your higher self is legitimately concerned about you right now, group 3, because sweeping it under the rug or putting it on the back burner is not going to help. It's only going to trigger all of those things when you meet new people, which is what's happening right now, all of these trust issues and everything that's been going on. So if you want to take a break from dating, do so by all means, but only jump back in the game when you are fully prepared, when you have healed to a considerable extent. Of course, like I said, healing isn't an overnight thing. It does not come with a fixed amount of days, but you're not ready to... I mean, you're not ready right now. You're not there just yet. And your higher self is saying this in the nicest way possible. That right now, the only person who needs your time, energy, love, and affection is you, group 3, nobody else. So shift all of that focus inward for some time. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit, what does group 3's higher self want to say to them? What does group 3's higher self want to say to them? We have the Fool, 10 of Cups. What does group 3's higher self want to say to them, Spirit? And Knight of Pentacles. Lovely. So with 10 of Cups over here, firstly, your higher self is giving you reassurance that the kind of relationship, friendship, or love, or whatever it is that you've been dreaming of is totally possible, and it will happen. We had the Fates over here, and now we have the 10 of Cups. So a meaningful relationship, a beautiful relationship, a meaningful friendship, whatever it might be, depending upon your case, is in store for you. But you have to approach it with a fresh perspective. You cannot approach it with all of that, all of those wounds or all of that baggage that you've just kept at the back burner, which you're not addressing, which you're not ready to accept. That's not going to help. With Fool over here, the journey has to start again. You know, you have to start from a clean slate. It has to start from a clean slate. It has to be a fresh chapter. It has to be, heck, a new book altogether. So first you need to put down that old book, right? You first need to close that old chapter. You first need to erase everything that's already been written on the slate. And that is when you invite these new, better people, connections, friendships, whatever, into your life. It is time to rediscover yourself. It is time to fall in love with yourself first. Spend time by yourself. Maybe make a to-do list. Keep crossing everything off of it as and when you cover it. And once you feel like, I feel happy, I feel centered, I feel like I'm genuinely ready this time around, I do not get triggered, that past person or whatever happened, it really does not affect my peace of mind like how it used to, you'll know that you're ready. And it is going to take some time. Okay, that is also something where your higher self has made it very clear over here with the Knight of Pentacles, that this healing, clearing out the clutter. All of this is not going to be something that happens overnight. Like, you cannot take a break from dating today and then expect that by next Monday or Tuesday you'll be ready to make, a new connection. That's not how it works. Probably that's why we had this energy of rest and rejuvenation over here. And like I said, you at least need a dedicated focus on yourself for at least 3 to 4 months. Those 3 to 4 months, this is your life at the end of the day. You can't take out 3 months just for yourself, only doing the things that make you happy, only working upon the things that are an issue for you. Try doing that, and you will be thankful to your higher self for telling you this today. It'll save you a lot of trouble later on. It'll save you a lot of mental this lack of peace that you're experiencing right now. You'll notice that all of that has gone because you're a centered person. You don't have trust issues. You do not get triggered. So everything will be for your own good, right? In the long run. But in order to have this beautiful relationship in the future, you need to work upon yourself in the present. That is it. It is as simply said at that. Obviously, it's going to require work. So get to it. Your higher self will be assisting you throughout. Your higher self might keep on bringing up issues that you had put to the back burner. They'll keep on giving it a good boil and bringing it up to the surface so that you know, oh, okay, so this is one more thing that I need to address, work upon, heal from. Do that. They want to work with you. Let them work with you. Let them assist you. Let them show you the way. And at the end of the by the end of it, you will realize that you're in a much, much better place. You will be able to do justice, not just to yourself, but also to whatever new people you will be inviting in your life after that. So it'll legit be for the highest good of all. You might be having Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart. Alright, group 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know it in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and message me there, or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.